Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Captains of Industry. Yes, so in the last episode we've got our stuff up and running over here, and it is now going actually. So what we're doing here, so that we've got the wheat going. So the wheat is being turned directly into animal feed. That's interesting. So that's wheat, that's animal feed. And then from animal feed, it is being turned into... Oh, we're missing water? No, we should not be missing water. So from oh no, hang on. This is not what I'm after, is it? I'm missing a step. There's a step that I'm missing. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, so that can't actually happen because I'm missing a step here. Ah, so. What we'll do is we'll immediately stop that, right? So that stops running. This is going out. We'll need to empty that somehow. How do we do that? Can I empty remove product and remove product over there? So hopefully that does something. Can I remove product from in here? I don't know. But anyway, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. So this goes from wheat to animal feed and not directly from animal feed. Then it needs to go from animal feed into compost. And then only does it go from compost into water, into fertilizer. And you guys must have been screaming at me for doing that, right? I'm sure you have. Now, what I'm interested in is, can I squeeze it in here? So if we... So what is being produced here? So we need to squeeze an extra one in here and potentially in there. So what I'll do is I'm going to trim this back and see if I can in fact sort out what we need to do. Shall we do a quick remove on some of these things? Yeah, that's an interesting one. I do wonder where those things are going to end up in. So that's it. Was that our full round of stuff there? Anyway, that's okay. Now from here we need to do multiple of these guys. So mixer. The first one needs to do that, right? So we'll get it all the way up there. Oh, we'll need... I actually think this will work. I actually think it'll work if we do that, right? What I will need to do is trim that back a little bit. Yeah, that's okay. Now let's get our what is this? This is just the U shape. So we'll do that. We'll sort that in there. Okay, so that's okay. Now on this side, we'll do the U shape conveyor that goes around that way. Okay. So we'll leave it up to about there. Yeah, we should be able to squeeze it in. Now we do another one of these mixes. And I'm comfortable with it being pretty much here somewhere. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That'll work. So we'll squeeze that one in there. I think that's probably pretty good. We'll squeeze that one in there. Now this one will go animal feed to compost, and then this one will go compost. Well, is that compost is that thing, right? The compost into there. Now, the animal feed into compost doesn't need anything else. So that's just it. So there we go. Three of these mixes should sort itself out here. Now, let's quickly get all of this built. Probably not all of it. So let's get those built and let's get those built. And I'm quite comfortable to use a little bit of Unity. Our Unity is starting to come back up here. We won't be able to get trucks to some of these things anyway. And a bit of a quick deliver over there. Perfect. Oh, I didn't actually sort this one out. So this is going to be wheat into animal feed. Perfect. There we go. So now it should work. If we have enough workers, we have enough workers, we have enough power. Food supply is starting to drop a little bit. So we do need to be a little bit cautious about it. Can I deliver animal feed over here? I could if we had animal feed somewhere. And I'm kind of wondering if we do have animal feed sorted somewhere. We've removed the product, but where we would have put it, I have no idea. Pickup cannot reach destination. Where do you want to go? Oh, that's wheat. Oh, that would have been awesome if we could. We can recover you, but we can't actually move the wheat there. Can I get wheat delivered here and have it redo it? No, we can't. We can't get it there. How can I get it there at all? No, I can't. There's no way. Unless I pop it into something here that throws it that way. Oh, let's do it. Let's just because otherwise it's going to be there for like forever. So let's do. That's not going to work either, is it? So let's do that. I will be able to do that. So let's do this and let's get these two pieces built quickly. I'm probably gonna let that that will go. Oh, that was the animal feed going in there. Perfect. Excellent. Now we should get things sorted out. No exports or imports over here, so that pickup having issues would be okay. We are getting a diesel warning, but there's a fair bit of diesel around. We are running out of crude, but I believe the boat will be going out for crude. Oh, well, there's crude on the boat already, so it shouldn't be a big deal. We should be okay. Retaining wall, yeah, diesel, yeah, that's fine. Food supply. Now, I'm thinking from here we are producing compost. So let's say, 60 goes into 36, and then this one will produce a number of rounds of compost. It just takes a little bit of while. So there goes the compost. This one takes, oh my, it's going to take a fair bit of compost to actually get us some of that going. So let's just keep that, get that underway. Now, we had in the last episode a bit of an issue with our sand. So the question is really whether that is now working a little bit better. I also know that Vehicle Management 2 will lead to advanced logistics, which will give us the ability to just do a bit of a bulk storage of sand close by and then move it through from there. How's our concrete doing? Yeah, that's coming back up. Our copper is a little bit on the low side, and I think that was, well, let's boost these. Believe that should be quite useful. So let's run a bit of a boost on these and we'll get copper to work a little quicker. We've run out of research. Let's pop in here. So advanced logistics is something that I'm definitely after. Edicts corn farming is of interest, but not immediately. Ship's armor will be pretty useful to us as we are starting to fight the pirates a little bit. But I think I'm going to go with advanced logistics first, and then we'll move into ship's armor from there. So vehicle management 2... let's quickly see what that gave us. It's just a few extra vehicles, I imagine. Yeah, plus 20 vehicle cap, which is a good thing because we will probably need to start running a little bit more vehicles. I am a little cautious about our sulfur getting too much, so let's get a bit of a alert going if not empty. Alert going if full, please, so that we know we need to do something with our sulfur. I'll upgrade this one, do a quick deliver there, just to make sure that we can store a little bit more capacity there. We may have to add an extra one on this side too, if that becomes a bit of an issue. No. Yeah, only if it gets all the way to the top, we will try and start to empty it. So hopefully that is working. I've upgraded this one so that we store a little bit more rubber on this side of things. Things are okay. It's copper that's being a little bit of a bummer for us at the moment, but I think that's going to be fine. Our food is a little, we need to be a little cautious with the food. There goes our very first rounds of fertilizer. It's not a lot to be honest. So I do wonder if we can, as a starting point, we'll need to run a pipe up here. So what I'll do is I'll just run a pipe on top of that one. Yeah, that'll be what we'll do. So let's get our pipe going. I don't think we need a pipe 2 or anything like that. It won't be... Okay, so let's go up a level. We'll remove the clipping there. Go there. We'll go there. I think we necessarily need to go. Okay, low food supply yet again. It could be clean if we do it right on top of it. We do R and we'll tie it in there. We'll tie it in there. I can manually obviously stop some of these things from occurring. And what we'll do is, yeah, keep going on top of it. Switch off R. Right up to there. Switch R back on, and we'll tie you in there. And we'll tie you in there. So there's our very first round of fertilizers being moved around. So there's some fertilizer coming in. What I will do is I'll probably try and fertilize the wheat first so that we get more wheat going and we can kind of snowball that that stuff. So we can see our fertilizer equilibrium is dropping down a little bit. So we're not quite doing a great job on some of these things. Let's unpause this. We are pretty stable, so we can probably get these things delivered by our trucks themselves. So let's get those 3 built. So we see what the situation is going to be like with fertilizers. So it's only a minor fertilization that can happen in this general area. There we go. We're doing the manure. That's coming back up to equilibrium here. Once this is built, we should be able to see how that moves. So I'm quite of interest to see what that does. I'm not too sure. So that gives us one fertilizer gives us 1% of fertilization, or what is that called? It's not necessarily, it's fertility. One fertilizer gives us 1 fertility, which means that these basic ones, we should be able to use like 24 of them and get this up to 100. Is that what we'll do? Oh, here we go, coming on in. Can we select how much? Oh, actually, I believe we can do a target. We can set a target fertilization over there. So if we put that up to 100, and what we'll do is we'll none this one out, and there we go. Is that what our current fertility is like? I do wonder. Look, I haven't played with this mechanic, so what we'll do is we'll keep a bit of an eye on it, and we see if we. So what I'm going to try and do is try and keep this thing at 100, run as much kind of wheat all the time here, and see if that does build up a little bit of a. Without water, it can't survive. Oh, we can't be out of water. You've got to be kidding me, right? There's plenty of water. Are we potentially not moving enough of it? So potentially let's upgrade some of these so we can move our throughput a little bit more. Let's upgrade some of our main water lines that's feeding multiple guys. So that should certainly help out the water a little bit. They shouldn't struggle with water as much. We are running up to about 100% fertilization here. So what I want to see is if we can actually keep this thing going. You have a little bit of fertilizer available, but that will start dropping out. So the question is, can this setup keep it going and keep us, maybe potentially get us a bit of an increase in fertilizer? No. So now you can see we're starting to drop off a little bit. So we're not actually having enough to sort that out. So, yeah, so I'm not sure this is necessarily something that's going to help us at all. Ooh, our food is becoming a bit of a challenge. So we may have to start looking into into yet another farm here. These retaining structures, we may have to start going down another level. What are you struggling to deliver? Limestone. So we've got tons of limestone everywhere. Advanced logistics is underway. So I can maybe start by getting one of these loose storages built over here. Yeah, we'll give it a little bit of room. We'll start it over there. So let's just start off with the one. We'll unpause that. We'll get that built, and this will be a limestone right there. So at least they can start dropping things off over there. That'll help us a lot. Our diesel is we're struggling a little bit with the diesel, and I do remember I switched off the edict for it, which I think I should probably switch back on. just get our fuel saver in place. We've got a fuel saver and a maintenance saver in place. Let's see if we can keep running that. And then what I would like to see is, yeah, no, this is not working. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I thought we'd do a bit of a better job with that. So the alternative for us is to get all of the rest of this built, so that we can then, of course, instead of turning it into fertilizers, we could turn it into bread. And I think that might be the way for us to go on this one. So let's do that. This one could still run, and all we do is switch that one off so that we don't do that. I think that's probably about the right thing to do, so that we actually get some additional types of food in here, and sort out that supply. So that before we run into trouble here, let's get this all built. Some of these will probably struggle, so let's do a bit of a quick deliver here and there and there. The rest should be reachable. And what I'll do is I will pause this one so that we actually start using this. Now, from a power perspective, we might start to run into power issues. I don't know. Yeah, I'm keen on getting advanced logistics so we can store some more stuff here. Definitely all over the show we need to store more stuff, so let's get another loose storage probably over here. We'll get ready for advanced logistics. That's okay. We'll unpause that one. We'll definitely do one over here. We'll unpause that one. Should have enough. Yeah, certainly parts are available everywhere. This one, I think we can just do that. All I would like to do is potentially upgrade that to a little bit of a larger option, so that these guys can continue to mine. Is our copper coming back up again? Yes, our copper is looking a little healthier now. Now, the question here is, why is this not? Let's just quick deliver that and get it built. So now we should... Now the question is just, do we do the green manure thing? Let's just do the green manure thing ever so quickly. Oh, here we go. There it's going, ready to go. And that's giving us this. This gives us some food. Once we've got bread ready to go. Okay, excellent. There goes another food source. Since we are starting to struggle a little bit, what is happening over here? So this is vegetables and potatoes. This is going to be bread, please. So please get some bread coming in on this side. And that should give us a little bit more support. So bread is already available, and hopefully we'll keep going. We are getting a little bit of animal feed going through there, so we should be generating a little bit of this. And yeah, I'm running the manure again. And our equilibrium isn't too bad. So let's just keep that going and see if this food is in fact going to help us out a little bit here. I believe it should do. It should give us a little bit more food supply, right? And we should get more unity because we actually have more food, right? So there we go. Extra 0.3 unity due to the food availability, and our food stock is coming up. Our supply is coming up a little bit more. Excellent. That's looking a little healthier now. Not super healthy, and I do need to sort that out. Now, advanced logistics is complete. So I'm going to pause the game ever so quickly, and we're quickly going to have a look at this. So advanced logistics is basically saying that now we can dedicate certain area, certain facilities for certain storages. So basically, you're going to assign, say, like a mine control tower to a storage facility. So you've noticed I would have built some of them, and then you can actually move things on from the one to the other. So let's quickly read through this and say if I'm missing anything. Trucks balance and deliver cargo automatically based on priorities, but sometimes you might want to control where trucks go and optimize where routes, their routes precisely. And for that, you can use custom routes. Let's showcase custom routes on a practical example. Sometimes mining trucks leave the mine only partially loaded because excavators have different materials in their shovels. From what truck is loaded with? Okay, yeah, of course. One way to prevent trucks from driving long distance partially loaded is to build a storage nearby the mining area and assign custom routes between the mine control tower and the storage. When a mine control tower has a custom export route assigned for some product, example rock, its mining trucks will no longer deliver rock anywhere else except to that assigned storage. Now, you can expand on this idea by connecting the first rock storage to a second rock storage via a conveyor belt and setting up a custom export route from the second storage to a dedicated mine control tower for dumping. Okay, that's an interesting piece. This is shown in the image below. Step 1 is the previous assignment. Step 2 is the conveyor belt. Step 3 is the new mine control tower that is now accepting material to be dumped. This setup reduces mining truck trips even further. Okay, now to work, to make it work, we set the second storage for export by dragging the red export slider to the left, and to make it even more efficient, we assign this storage with its dedicated truck and check accept assigned only. Okay. To make sure that no other trucks come here, this truck, it will now exclusively serve this storage. Okay, that looks like a lot of waste there. Now, it is also possible to assign one storage to another that works similarly to the previous example. Once the storage is assigned to export into another storage, it will not export elsewhere anymore. A similar rule applies to imports. To assign an existing route, go to routes assignment mode. Okay, go to routes assignment mode and click on the assigned route again to unassign it. Okay, fair enough. You can see with that below. Perfect. Routes can also be used to manually assign fuel stations to individual control towers to fine-tune which excavators get refueled by each fuel station. The fuel station assignment can be seen in the image below. It is recommended to use custom routes wisely and put them in place where it helps the most micromanaging. Every single storage with custom routes can lead to unnecessary complexity in your system and could cause trouble after expansion. Okay, that's cool. So we'll do that now. From here, I think the next step for us is going to be, I would like to do corn farming, but I would, this is the food edict that would be good also. Food saver, water saver, growth boost, farming boost, all of these looks very good. Ship's armor as well. Let's get ship's armor first, and then we go to edicts 2, and then we go to corn farming, and then we'll see how we go from there. Okay, so that's pretty good. Our food supply is looking a little healthier now. We've got these things sorted out. So now what I would like to do is say, guys, please assign this mine control tower to a dump over there. Okay, right. And then what I'll do is I will drop these trucks so we can reuse those trucks for something else, because now they're only coming here. The logistics network will start moving that piece over. Similarly, I will say, guys, please come and, well, I don't think this needs to be super duper different. But what we do know is that other materials do get popped up in there. So just go with that one over there. I believe that should be okay. This one we definitely want sand in here. And I would like to actually assign this one. And then we don't need as many trucks, so we can definitely drop at least 2 of them, because we're not going to dig up anything else but sand over here. Similarly, please assign this storage there, and this needs to be coal, please. And how many trucks do we have? Yeah, so we don't need that. So let's do something like 3 trucks to keep this thing going. And I hope that will sort things out a little bit for us. Similarly, we can dump stuff over here, and we can also upgrade this. Let's upgrade this one. With a bit of a boost in the upgrade. We'll need to keep a little eye on our Unity. And what I'd like to do, whoa, there's so much of this. Let's trim that back a lot more, maybe to 6, just so that there's a little bit extra there. And what we'll do is we'll assign it over here. There we go. So go and dump your stuff there. So there's plenty of guys now standing around not doing anything. Okay, we've got a ship that needs repair, so let's start the repair of the ship there. Our diesel is holding, but we do need to probably expand this setup in due course. We are using our waste materials a fair bit. The ship is away, there's no crew actively available here. We'll keep an eye on that. Our Unity is kind of stable at the moment. Is this thing filling up with food? not so much is this thing filling up with food. I think our food is holding, but we do need to keep an eye on that. And so hopefully at some point we will see that we're going to have fertilizers from this process that can feed into these various routes. But it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. So we've got a fluid storage that's empty. Yeah, so diesel, it's our diesel warning. I don't know if that's an appropriate one because we don't take that too seriously, and so that might be a bit of an issue. Oh, one thing that I do have now is the mechanical electricity storage, the flywheel. Let's go ahead and build a flywheel over here and see what that does for us. Do we need that though? Well, let's just build it and see. Okay, good. 600 population, and we have room for 630. We could at some point start looking at upgrading to housing level 2, get more unity that way, but our unity is pretty cool, calm, and collected. Now, is there anywhere we would like to go next? So there's a few more spots where we can get to without actually running into pirates. So let's go ahead and do a bit of an exploration over there, get the ship underway. There you go. This guy should be unloading, already unloaded, and yeah, we're moving through that pretty quickly, but I think our diesel is holding stable. The bigger question is, are we actually getting this thing to operate fairly quick enough? Yeah, I think it is. There it goes. I think it is fairly sustainable at this point. It's probably at the edge, and I need to keep a very close eye on that. But it's probably okay. There's some stuff there. Yeah, we're trying, right? We're trying with some of this stuff, but it's not quite a useful exercise just yet. How's our water looking like over here? So we are seeing a little bit of a reduction in the water because we are using it for multiple different things, but I think it's okay. This will eventually run out, so we do need things to run a little quicker. We can remove a boost of at least one of these things. They go so slow that ultimately we start dropping things out a little bit. So this is actually quite interesting that we're struggling. So this needs an expansion. From here, you are able to generate, if we take off the boost, it's 24, I believe. And then this, so this is a perfectly balanced setup, basically, even running boosts and things like that. So if I wanted to expand, we would need to see how we do that. So what I'll do is I will go. Ship is in battle. I'm not sure we're winning here. Yeah, we've been defeated. We do need the armor before we start going into battle a little bit more. But yeah, our copper is a little bit of a challenge at this stage. Everything else is pretty healthy, to be honest. It's just copper. So let's go ahead and expand this. I'm kind of wondering. I think we can do a little bit of an offset here. So what it'll mean is we won't have... just before I go, are we still dumping? We should have dumping sites, right? Where are we dumping? Oh, yeah, we're dumping properly over here. Yeah, that's good. So we're busy getting our next setup ready to go here. And I wanted to check water availability. So this is a water spot, and that's a water spot. We don't have enough water. So we will need to get into desalination pretty quickly. Otherwise, we may run out of water. This is holding stable, but we are probably going to use this a little bit more aggressively at some point. And so we do need to have a look at the desalination. Our food supply is looking so much better. I'm much happier with that. Okay, so the last thing we'll do in this episode is quickly expand our setup here. Now, one thing that I am potentially interested in doing is just making sure that we are... so I'm gonna try and get this to work. So let's get some of these things removed quickly. We'll get some of that. Come on. Waiting for the materials to be removed. That's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll do another setup like this. So let's get the furnace going. Yeah, that should work. We would like to set it up this way. Now we've got, if I flip it around, should be able to run the slag together. But I don't know if that's a necessity though, because we'll just go over the top of them. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. So let's do that one there. We will need to see how we squeeze these, and this might not have been the best maneuver. Now, from here off, we will need, is this a cold caster, a metal caster? We'll need the metal caster, please. And I'm thinking, shall we, if we flip it around and we turn it like this, yeah, that's not quite going to work, is it? We've got ship's armor ready to go, so the ship should be able to fend for itself. So what we could do is we could run it this way. No, it just doesn't want to really look nice and work nice there. What we could do is we could do something like this instead, maybe, and just run it a little further. That's okay. I'm okay with this. Let's do that. So we'll do duplicate. We'll flip it around. We'll do it this way around. There we go. So we'll do that. That should work. We'll get one to go in there. We'll get another to go in there. That's good. We will give us a small smokestack right there for the time being, and we'll need a bit of a storage facility for our slag. We'll go with a small one for now. Move it a little bit out of the way there, and we'll tie that one in there and this one like so. There we go. So let's unpause that, and that'll be the next round. We will need another one of these guys. Oh, this isn't boosted. That's part of our issue, isn't it? Yeah, that's full. So what we need to do is actually boost this one also, otherwise this one will stay behind. Now, we can get more water out of this, so what we'll need to do now is go here, get ourselves the copper electrolysis piece, and it's probably, yeah, so it's a little awkward in terms of, I didn't quite think that one through, did I? Okay, so we'll do little something like this. This needs to be copper, please. So we'll do that one. We'll get copper to start moving. Oh, we need to put some stuff in there. Anyway, that's okay. What we'll do is we'll start it over here, run it in there and run it in there, and we'll get this one to tie in there. So that should be pretty good. We will need a bit of water, so let's run. We'll run the water through there, and then the copper will have to come and cross over this way. we don't have enough room there, so we'll just get a flat conveyor over this way. We'll go up to level 2. And we'll do a bit of that. So that's not the tidiest thing, but at least it'll work. So we'll get that going. We'll get this built. Get this built. So we'll get the guys to come and build this. What we do need to do is look at getting these things stored. So let's move you out of the way that way, please. And then we will do a U-shaped conveyor. Hopefully from here to... Can you go up a level? To there, and we'll do another U-shaped conveyor. What is this? Too close to another connector. Ah, interesting. We'll just do that. There we go. So that will give us the stuff. So it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it should work. Now, hopefully that, yeah. Look, our copper is doing much better. What I can do now is probably just remove all of these boosts. Excellent. So that's pretty good. So now we should have a pretty decent copper storage coming in. Excellent. Ship's armor is done. So we should find the ship and send it back home and repair it because it's got pretty beat up there. And then we should get some armor sorted for it. Now, diesel is looking pretty fine. Pretty fine. We've got the flywheels making some good storage over here. So our power should hold as well. What's the bread looking like? It's okay. We're certainly not doing anything great with regards to fertilizers at this point. So that basic one that I tried to do there was not quite good at that. Plenty of iron ore ready to go. What's our mining allocation looking like? Ooh, we should probably expand this a little bit. We can do that. Well, let's pause it for a second while I quickly think about a retaining wall structure through here. So if we wanted to rebuild this retaining wall and then fill that section up there, so let's grab our retaining wall structures. I believe it's in here. So a long retaining wall, we'll give it a offset by 1, and then the terrain is seemingly a little bit too high. If I go like that, yeah, well, it's not great running our retaining wall down the ramp like this, especially not up to like that level. So maybe that wasn't the best thing to do, and I don't think we can obviously get an extra set of retaining walls in here. So let's not rotate it like that, but if we can do a. We can do upper level, right? Oh, we can get it right up against it? Oh, I like that. I like that. So let's do that one. And this one. And will we be able to put one in there? No, that won't work. But let's see about that. And if that does anything to help us out, maybe we can rebuild these retaining walls. I don't know if it's even possible to rebuild retaining walls, especially if there's stuff being retained there. Anyway, just hopefully that makes it a little bit better. We've got so much food now. Let's quickly see about pinning our bread to this. Where is bread? Let's pin bread. Oh, look at that. Lots and lots of bread. Now, let's move our food over there. That should do okay. Bring the water up there. These are the easy resources for us to have. This one I'll probably move over there. So yeah, there we go. Now we've got all of this kind of sorted into right little allocations here. Crude dropping food. Yeah, vegetables certainly becoming a bit of an issue, but I think our food supply is looking pretty healthy, even though we're not fertilizing at all yet. Guys, but I'm going to leave it there. A little bit of a slow going. We've got the advanced logistics underway, which should have released plenty of additional vehicles for us into the network in general. So that makes things work. We are dumping stuff here pretty aggressively now, I think. But there's a long way to go for us to rebuild. I want to rebuild this thing with a lot more capacity over there. So that's one of the things that we need to do. Edicts is underway. We've expanded the capacity of our copper. That's looking very healthy now. Everything is actually looking quite healthy. Food is probably the least healthy of all of them. But we'll definitely keep an eye on that. What is happening with this? We're not mining aggressively enough over here. So what I'll do is I'll reallocate some vehicles. So let's at least take one away, take two away there. And what I'll do is I'll assign them over here. We need one there and at least an extra one there. And this is being moved, but not quite quick enough. We've got the edicts done. And now we're doing into corn farming, which will probably give us another round of stuff that we can work on over there. I wanted to do a little bit more retaining in this area, but maybe we'll get to that in the next episode, guys. And our Unity is growing, even though we're running multiple edicts to keep our diesel and food usage to a decent level. No, diesel and maintenance usage to a decent level. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.